Good morning and welcome to my morning routine. I start my mornings around 5 a.m. and that's because I like to have a decent amount of time in the morning to pour into myself before I start my day of work. So the first thing I like to do when I wake up is hydrate, just because it's been 8 hours of being unconscious and my body is usually thirsty. And then I like to start with some tea. Today I'm doing spiced masala chai. Chai is one of my favorite teas to drink. I usually boil it on the stovetop with milk, and I like to add vanilla to it and brown sugar, and I just boil it until it froths up, and then I pour it into my mug. I'm a big tea drinker, so I have my designated tea drawer. Maybe in another video I will share more about my love for tea. But anyways, pour myself a cup of tea, and I usually have my devotion around this time as well. This morning was very, very eventful in my devotion, so I didn't show that on camera because I like to have that be just personal between me and God. But anyways, making some breakfast. I had meal prepped some overnight oats for the week, and so I'm just pouring out one of the jars into a bowl, and then I'm just gonna pop it in the microwave really quick and then add a few easy toppings. This overnight oats was made with rolled oats, of course, milk, Greek yogurt, and I added some almond butter as well and some cinnamon, mixed it, and then you basically just stick it in a jar in your fridge, and then it's good to go the next day. And then I just topped it with some blueberries and some blackberries and also some shaved almonds. I really like my oatmeal to have a little crunch, so I like to add nuts to it for added protein as well. And then while I have breakfast, I just did a little habit stacking where I just had breakfast and did my journaling, where I kind of just reflected on my devotional and just some thoughts that I've been reflecting on. I'm a very introspective person, and so I'm always thinking about reflecting on my days and just how I've been feeling in general. And so yeah, at this time the sun's starting to come up, and I just open the windows to let the light into the apartment. Another thing I like to do in the mornings is give my face an ice bath. I started doing it in the middle of last year, and it's really been nice. It helps me to wake up, it refreshes me, and gives me a little burst of endorphins to get through the morning. I basically just get a clean bowl and I fill it with tap water, and then I add a bunch of ice cubes, and then I basically dunk my face 3 times for 20 seconds each. And then that's usually enough to get my blood pumping, and it feels really, really refreshing. Sometimes if I don't want to do the ice bath, I just take an ice cube and I just rub it all over my face until it melts, and that usually does the trick as well. I feel wide awake. Morning movement is also a really important step in my morning routine. I like to stay active, and so in the mornings I like to stretch just to get my body open from being in mostly one position all night. And then I also like to go for a morning walk as well. I recently moved, and so it's been fun finding new trails and new places to walk. And so I usually do roughly 2 to 3 miles in the morning. And while I'm walking, I'll either be listening to a podcast or I'll be listening to the Bible or the meditation app that I use. And sometimes I just go in silence. I love coming up here. Oh, look, it's the sun. Oh, yes. I'm so happy to see you. It's been like super overcast here for like weeks on end. So it's really nice that we get some blue skies today, at least for a couple hours, because I think after like 10 a.m. it's gonna get back really cloudy. But I'm glad. It's nice having the fresh air first thing in the morning. That's one of my favorite things about going on morning walks, because the air is so crisp, especially in the winter, because the air is so crisp and I just know my lungs are happy. Look at my cheeks, how red they are. That's how cold it is. After my walk, I would come back to my apartment. This morning, I ended up picking up some of my mail. But after the walk, I come home and drink some more water because I'm usually thirsty again after walking. And so I'll come home, drink some water, and then I'll get into some yoga to stretch out my muscles for the day. I've been watching Yoga with Adrienne's yoga classes on YouTube since I was in high school. I think I first got into yoga after watching one of her videos. Yeah, so it's been a long time coming and I still watch her videos. Love her classes. I'll usually take a 20-minute class in the mornings, and that usually gets my muscles pretty warm and open, which I really, really love. I notice that I tend to feel my best throughout the days when I take the time in the morning to really pour into myself and to just ease into the day. I feel a lot more chaotic and unhinged when I just wake up late and rush through the morning. And so a big part of me being able to have this time in the morning is also making sure that I'm going to bed on time. So my 8 hours every night is a non-negotiable, and that means I have to be disciplined and intentional about winding down on time so I can get enough sleep. I like to brush my teeth before I moisturize my face, because usually if I brush my teeth after, I end up washing off the moisturizer on my mouth. Pore refining serum from Fenty Skin. Moisturizer. And so now my skin is primed and ready for makeup. One of the really good things about a morning routine like this is that it gives me time to really slow down and ease into the day, as I'm not just getting up and going straight into work. I'm getting up, taking time to decompress and to get my mind right and ready for the day so that I can be the best that I can be at the work that I need to do. And so I never want to ever neglect my morning routines, because without it, literally the rest of the day just does not go well. And so taking the time to move my body, have my devotion, do my makeup is really one of the ways that I take care of myself. After I've done my makeup, which I must mention I don't do every day. Sometimes I just am not in the mood to do it. I get dressed, get my hair taken down, and put my coat on because it's been so chilly for the past several months. I'm really at my lowest in the winter because it's so cold and I'm just like, I can't with all the layers. But yeah, spray some perfume. And I like to go crazy with the perfume. I spray it on my hair, everywhere. Yeah, and then I just get my boots on and pack my lunch, my work bag, and then pretty much just head out the door. If you can't tell by now, I am a morning person. I really, really love this time of day. I love the calm and quiet that comes with the early morning hours. My brain is firing. I feel refreshed from the night before. And just taking these extra hours to just pour into myself before the day starts is everything to me. I'm heading out soon. I'm just packing up my lunch so I can head out the door. But this is what I'm bringing with me. I had 2 baked potatoes or sweet potatoes that I made this morning. And I just sprinkled some cinnamon on top of them. And then on this side is a quinoa tabbouleh salad. Tomatoes, cucumbers, parsley, and salt and pepper. Generally, you put lemon juice or lime juice on there, but I forgot to pick up lemons at the store, so we're doing without that. So I got some protein and some carbs. A plant-based lunch today because my meal prep finished yesterday. And then, yeah, so I just quickly whipped this up this morning.